afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Propagandacast with me, your host, Imperial Dane, Master of Propaganda, Heroes like Defender of the Fatherland. We're off here an exciting 1 versus 1 on Arnhem checkpoint here between, in the north, Jesulin, the mighty Spaniard fighting here for the Wehrmacht, taking on the role here of the 2nd Panzer Division going up this in the south, Zarok fighting for the United States of America for the 2nd Armored Division here with the Rifle Company. I mean, not everyone's of course going to choose heavy cavalry. There's always going to be the advantage of not going for what everybody else is going, and Rifle Company of course is still going to be rather strong. So I'm not surprised that Zarok is going for it, though. You know, it would have been nice seeing more heavy cavalry, perhaps some different plays of it. Jesulin here, though, with close air support, mobile defense, and lightning wall bulletins, a large with a single Tiger bulletin there for Jesulin. Chiga. Double grenadiers here for Jesulin, rather standard sort of infantry opening, similar here for Zarok, with the riflemen sort of pushing up. They also got a bit of barbed wire there to secure the cars. Can't have those damn Krauts running off with these fine French vehicles, which we're going to make off with. Also wiring off the fountain, because, you know, can't have the Germans stealing in the water either, or more like, you know, using them for cover, but, you know, details. When it's advancing, got barbed wire here from the Germans, wiring off the fence. So again, that's where, you know, good players generally try to always lay down some wire here and there to, you know, initially sort of deny cover at certain hot spots and make it harder for the opponents to hang about there. So, I mean, it's always something that's worth paying attention to. So that's always a nice move there. And there we go, we can take up position there, at this point on the open. M1 carbine singing out. And in this case, missing the pitch as they miss the grenadiers. Veteran Raven there called up for Zarok. Sniper on the way here for Jesulin. Going to sort of try and bleed out the Americans. Hopefully Zarok then won't hit with the Lieutenant number 20. Of course that could very quickly then, oh, kill the sniper. So of course I have to see what Zarok actually goes for here against Jesulin, who's only now connecting the fuel. The Zarok is only now grabbing the fuel himself there in the east. So far sort of focusing on the western side. Not unusual. Zarok overall trying to keep up pressure and momentum there versus Jesulin. Deny him as much territory as humanly possible. And we got the sniper here out for Jesulin, the Scharfschütze. Then it is there versus Raven here. And we got Pioneers playing here. We got the reactions opening up there. And we got more Raven moving up. And the Pioneers basically overwhelmed here by the sheer amount of firepower the Americans can lay down, are forced to fall back. A swift and not very brave retreat there. More grenadiers and then with Jesulin. No MT-42s could, you know, be called in, or maybe a mortar. What with Zarok already preparing here for some more static fighting in this village centre. Up here we got Raven there versus grenadiers. Bit of shots exchanged there. Third grenadiers were almost ready. Corporal Peters leading his unit there to grab some cut-off points. Got more veteran Raven called up with the sections, just really pouring in with the veteran infantry. Got the sniper there announcing his presence with a shot from someone's helmet. Grenadiers there pushing over for the cover. That might not have been the wisest idea there, by the way, but there we go. Bag over after having gone up behind the car at least to sort of protect those shots. But there we go. Poor Reinhardt still dead, leaving the poor corporal to have to take over there after the sergeant got killed over. So right here, Grenadiers taking quite a bit of damage. Rather falling back, those seem to have suffered further. No take here for Jesulin, and for Zarok, nothing either at the moment, so certainly no Lieutenant, maybe a quick M20 here. And there we go, Jesulin going for the M20, so 3 grenadiers, 1 sniper MD42, one of the heavier tier 1s there. Always a bit risky there versus the Americans, in particular they go for the Lieutenant. Grenadiers in a pretty bad position. Scheiße, Rückzug, schnell! Ah, Scheiße.
We have lost a squad.
Looks like they're just had a bit too much in his plate, and that did result in a quick win there for Zarok. That is a full 240 manpower without really much to do there. So that's still going to allow Zarok to push further across the map. Then it's going to make it harder here for Jesulin, sort of holding back for the time being. And there we go, he's going for the captain. Pack howitzers, Stewart light tanks. Not going to sort of quickly as much punish this kind of sort of opening here from Jesulin. So that's going to be a bit of a Jesulin's blessing. I mean, the captain's still nasty, but, you know, he's not rushing all across the map with an M20 and a half-train toe nasty. So that's a small blessing in disguise there for Jesulin. Small blessing. He's taking up there. Good work. Could lay down some more barbed wire here with the Pioneers. You know, make it a bit harder for Zarok to grab territory. Zarok, of course, can do the same with his re-echelons wherever in the world they might be, which happens to be not far from the Pioneers. Rather than there, watching out, but not really responding to the Germans' provocations from the church. Sniper getting off a miss. I'm grabbing territory there, and there we go. Pioneers falling back. Probably set up the like to make a nice company. At the same moment here, we got Zarok's captain with his bazookas, rifles, and his very own little submachine gun. Just including a sniper there. Shot from behind the church. Got Jack. Rifleman pushing up there. MT42 in the nearby restaurant, opening up their quick suppressing the rifleman while we got further pressure up here. Another grenadiers got their very low in health, and there we go. In this case, Jesulin's able to react in time and pull back the grenadiers, ensuring that no insensible loss of there was suffered. Look at them Krauts run! Haha! Oh no, don't laugh. It could be us next time. Why are you talking with a British accent? No reason. Like to make a nice company up there. Grenadiers reinforcing. Going for the cop on there. Jesulin cleaning up the pressure as much as he can, though still with a reasonably small force there. Thanks to the loss of that Grenadier squad. But with the like to make a nice company up, Jesulin should have some options. Panzer Grenadiers, half tracks, 2-2s. I mean, in fact, he's got the resource now to go for Flammpanzerwagen if he wants to. Instead, he's going for more regular Grenadiers. That seems a bit, you know, something. Right from there, Grenadiers there. Not really much cover there, but still doing their best sort of hold for the fatherland. Taking also from Riflemen, who actually can get a bit of cover there. So overall, not a good engagement in the longer run for Jesulin. It's just basically delaying the cut-off point being taken back there for a matter of moments. And even then, he's not really cut off a lot there from Zarok. Captain there, grabbing points here. Already made swift advances, going for the fuel point there. He could lay down a tank trap for himself to get us cover there, but looks like Zarok decided against that. Unit wiped actually out here for Zarok. Looks like some riflemen met a defeat somewhere. I'm guessing here they pushed up into fire track to retreat, got cut down by MG and sniper fire. Bit unfortunate for Zarok. And we got a Stewart on the way there. The ever common Stewart light tank to push against Jesulin with, to strike him down and punish him. Pioneers there under fire now from both the captain and the rear echelon, suffering quite heavily. There's rockets and bullets flying in the general direction. The riflemen up here with Grenadiers, but the Grenadiers themselves perhaps in a bit. Oh, never mind. Negative cover. Riflemen pushing up there, they're pulling back, allowing the riflemen more free shots. Sniper moving up, Stewart almost down there, and at the moment, Jesulin's not really got anything to halt it. I mean, he's got Panzerfaust, and that's basically it. There's nothing else to really sort of halt the Stewart, no anti-tank weapons. There's been no mines either. I mean, Jesulin's actually, you know, for the early game as a warm-up player, floating quite a bit of munitions. I mean, there's been no S-mines, telemines, no machine guns, no flamethrowers, no minesweepers. I mean, there's nothing. Rather surprisingly. But there we go, we got the M5A1 Stewart setting out.
Ambulance, ready for action. The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
Grenadiers under fire. Stewart setting out here to catch some Grenadiers. The Grenadiers themselves on a pretty bad condition. Stewart probably could hunt them down and wipe them out if well handled here. Low on health. Keeps missing now. Don't tell me the gun is from Florida or something. Anyways, Grenadiers here with MG42 support finding the centre of the village. Stewart there continues on. Almost got the Grenadiers. Almost. Continue. No, he breaks off. Land the Grenadiers to escape. He should have just pursued them. Looks like he wants to support here instead. Missing out on a vital opportunity to sort of just wipe one of Jesulin's Grenadier squads. Meanwhile, responsive from Jesulin is mobile defence. Likely he's going to then try Puma perhaps sort of respond to the Stewart. An interesting decision. No pack 40s until then. He must be feeling pretty confident that Zarok's not going to be able to do too much harm there with his Stewart light tank. Interesting, actually. Got more riflemen there riding for Zarok. His rearsen's, by the way, have met with a timely defeat and end at the hands of the Germans. Rather than sneaking back to the church as they fall back from the house and fall into fire. Stewart's shifting about. He looks like trying to flank from the west. Point they're taking back. We actually got minesweepers out here from Jesulin. I mean, Zarok's laid down absolutely zero mines, but still Jesulin is taking no chances here with Zarok, maybe, you know, laying down one. I'm guessing Jesulin is thinking his opponent might have gone heavy armor. I mean, he's not really seen much there so far. I mean, I think the flamethrower is just up now, actually, so he's not aware, you know, that he's actually gone rifle company. So he's guessing, you know, there might be mines from the riflemen down somewhere. So, I mean, that's sort of also, you know, what the influence of the heavy cavalry company is. Even if you don't necessarily actually plan on using it, it does force your opponents to make a certain series of reactions just to be sure, because you don't want to be caught with your leader here, causing down the angles when it comes to mines. Of course, now Jesulin knows It is rather coming from Zarok. Zarok, apparently a staunch conservative player. More grenadiers there for Jesulin. No panzer grenadiers. Really would see something. No, instead he goes for Ostrom. Instead deciding to flood the field here with cheaper troops to grab as much territory and hold back the Amerikanen as much as possible for the Vaterland. That's certainly also one option there for Jesulin. Stewart being repaired, and there you go, fit for fighting again. I imagine Zarok might be slightly annoyed there with the fact he managed to, get a grenadier wipe there. Partly of his own fault. Then again, he basically just threw away from it while they were running away. Meanwhile, Jesulin sort of pushing back here nicely against Zarok. Not content on being pushed back here by those Americans, no matter how many flamethrowers they get. And of course, Zarok could consider maybe getting some weapon rack upgrades, throwing in some BIRs to sort of mix in with them, making them more lethal at more range than up close and, in a house. Looks like so far that is not within Zarok's plans. Funny is saying about this Stewart moving in. Good hit there. Helmut dead. Hitting around in the stomach with an armor-piercing round, pretty much knocking out all the stuffing. Going for the victory point there. Oh, almost got wiped, almost got wiped. Will Zarok do it again? We got a Puma out there, we got the Puma. Schwerer Panzerspielwagen 234-2. Looks like the Pioneers will escape. Stewart there falling back, and there we go. The Puma sets in, the Predator is on the field. Need to blow up this little armoured mouse. Pack out on with Zarok. So he's going for some artillery there. He's going for some artillery. Could also go for fuel or munitions cache. Of course, similarly, Jesulin could. If the fuel point does not quite work out, there we go. The Stewards fall back here with the Puma nearby. I mean, the Stewart can't remain for long there. Otherwise, the 50mm there, and the Puma is going to knock out the Stewart in pretty short order. We got the captain here. Sadly, not quite within range of support either. Not without now getting met with the remaining of the German troops supporting the Puma. Good work there by the way, but Jesulin not just rushing in his Puma blindly, but actually keeping it reasonably well supported. Some players just, charged in mindlessly. Minus skirmishes here, Ostrom forced away with the rifleman. He's managed to take the centre as Jesulin's attention pushed towards the west here, but we're also seeing here that Jesulin is returning to the centre of the map, and whatever few Americans might be hanging about there. Meanwhile, rapidly with the Ostrom, burning away, almost getting a kill with it, almost, but not quite. Resource load. Well, he could take up there. He could also go for fuel cache. He could also go for another Stewart or two, actually. When he were to get, say, 3 Stewarts and then try and rush the Puma, that could actually work out surprisingly well and maybe sort of deal with the rest of the infantry that Jesulin's got. Since again, he's only got the Puma to really deal with the Stewart, and so far how Zarok is handling it has actually sort of redeemed Jesulin's faith in just waiting for a Puma, since the Stewart wasn't used that aggressively from Zarok, so really just punished Jesulin for waiting for a Puma. So that was actually one of the few cases where Jesulin not getting up at 40 proved to be a rather good decision, though it is a bit rare to see. Pack cards and the pretty bad precisions. So be careful leaving your support rooms like that, with absolutely nothing between them and the enemy infantry. That's generally a good recipe for handing a weapon to the enemy.
We're losing a capture point.
Still no take up there from Zarok. Oh, just as I said that, he's getting the major. Typical. But just in their ready to sort of dig in once more on the village. No mind still though, he's getting the grenadiers some light machine guns, which will help the firepower, particularly longer ranges there versus the flamethrowers, but nothing further beyond that. You got the Stewart sitting out again here, almost fits into one, almost. Grenadiers there, Rifleman getting plastered with Puma and Grenadier fire. Trying to draw them in, getting behind the building, but at the same time, of course, there's always the risk of a rifle grenade. Not entirely sure what I'm wrong there, but I was just trying to say rifle grenade. Finally, Jesulin, by the way, is getting a pack 40, perhaps realising it might be time to worry about bigger things coming his way. After getting up a Panzer up there, can only realise, of course, he can't just rely on the Puma forever. Quick push for the cut-off point, very successfully initiated there by Jesulin, but at the same time, favours returned here by Zarok, who's making more push into the west again. Ostrom moving up, Puma moving in. Pack 40 almost done there for Jesulin. There we go, pack howitzers shooting away there, finally getting some hits. We'll try and clear out there, and likely will. Though generally, I mean, you get more of the barrage. Particularly with the pack cards, you actually only want to barrage now. It's not so effective just auto firing, so little detail there.
A capture point is under attack.
And we got the white phosphorus barrage available for Zarok. Utilised properly, can do a lot of damage there to Jesulin. Gonna push up the right flank, we got lots of room there forcing with the grenadiers. Sniper gaining off veteran 2. And Stewart forced to fall back there with the presence of the Puma. Battalion command post up, he could go for Scott, he could of course just wait a bit for Sherman, of course he might wait for the EC8. A few options there for Zarok and how to sort of deal with Jesulin at the moment. The fuel caches would still be, you know, a rather decent option. We're also knowing about these actually up to 5 squads of riflemen. That's a lot of infantry there for Zarok. Surprised I didn't notice that one before. Probably caught by the Puma. Fraction machine gun, main gun firing away there. Not doing too much there. We got pioneers ready to support, and we got the rest of the infantry hanging about in the base. Right from the aggressive retain the building. Come on, burn out those cracks. Burn them out. Sarge, they got Tom and Peter. Shut up, Dennis. As they're falling back. Pack card ready to support there. We got another sort of attempt here, small push there. Rather than without any support, they're quickly rushed. We got the sniper as well. Guessing the rifleman waiting for someone to ambush or just some kind of signal which never arrived. And the cab restaurant here seems better than anything else, just the table and tears for how long that lasts. Push here, lots of machine guns, Osttorben flanking for both sides. We've got another sniper there in the way for Jesulin, so he's really just been trying to beat up Zarok and certainly with all those riflemen. Hey, that's understandable, still bringing up support. Veterans one pack out to fighting as well. Getting a decent bit there. I mean, he's still not barraging. Really, you know, remember to barrage with pack cowards. I mean, after the nerf, it's where it sort of really shines, if you will. It's not half bad with auto fire, but it does shoot slowly.
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
So just a little detail there, going for the victory point there, just thinking back and forth between the two. They've got Zarok here with a small lead over Jesulin, there we go. First tank on the way, EC8 there for Zarok. For Jesulin, are we actually seeing any kind of take? Oh, there we go, we got the 30 on the way there for the Wehrmacht, for the 2nd Panzer Division, while it's Puma patrols. Like an 8-wheeled stalker of these open lands. If it could just then actually hit something with its main gun. But it's only eventually through the Puma becomes reasonably effective versus infantry. Until then it's a lot more, well, hit and miss, pardon the pun.
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
Almost done there with the 30, almost done with the EC8. So it's going to have an arm advantage. I mean, there's still the Puma and the Pack 4 to sort of handle with, but you know, properly supported by the Stewart, using white phosphorus smoke barrages, he probably should be able to deal with that quite handsomely actually, I think, if he does it. At the same time, Jesulin, I suppose, could try and call up a command tank, which might help out him a bit, but it's not quite going to be able to take on the EC8. Captain pushing up there, going to be slightly shifting about in the centre, west side, so only got the snipers here working together in a pair, Puma supporting as well. Got the EC8 yet, but he's not got the Stewart supporting it. They're quite far removed there, quite far removed, and able to sort of really assist one or the other.
Objective secured.
50 caliber machine gun there on the way, and there we go, Puma turns about. EC8 opens up, good hit there, good hit. Almost got the Puma pumping smoke, but that's not going to help, that's not going to help. Almost got it. Just one more hit, one more hit, one more hit. Pack 40 is, oh, they're in a reasonable area, vicinity. Puma has managed to escape, but it was rather close. Pack 40 gets off a hit there. Further fighting, he could try and shift over the EC8 support now in the village centre. Of course, he might try and pull back for repairs in the first place before engaging the Stewart, though. Could be doing a lot more. I mean, he knows where the Pack is at the moment, he knows where the Puma is. Could at least be more aggressive than with the Stewart in the centre, because that's where neither the Pack or the Puma is.
We are losing a sector.
Bit of an aggressive engagement on the right side. Osttorben definitely outnumbered and outgunned, although we do have the snipers to try and thin out the herd there, and they are doing so quite successfully, quickly popping American after American there with the scoped give Air 43s. Fuel point there taken, so will Zarok still maintain good map control here versus Jesulin at the moment. It's time here for the mid-game analysis. Current situation, sort of damage-wise, they're close, kills-wise, they're actually close, but with a slightly heated Jesulin, probably in part thanks to the snipers, despite, having CoH2. Army value-wise, rather close to each other as well. We do note here that Zarok is sort of really leading here, in particular thanks to the EC8. So that is quite good for him there. Points health-wise, more map control, we can sort of note here for Zarok, though there's very few sort of huge gaps between them in that sense. I mean, it's been rather close here. It's been rather close. And of course for Zarok, I mean, I think one of the things you consider at the moment is just getting some more weapons with the rifle. I mean, get some BARs, give them more firepower on the movement at range. Get them bazookas to help versus the vehicles down, but just, get some weapon racks out and just increase the amount of firepower you can bring to bear versus Jesulin, rather than just having that munition sort of, slosh about like some, well, Congress slush fund or something, I don't know. But rather than having to sort of put more aggressively to use against Jesulin's troops, and that way, getting more an advantage in that sense. Your BARs and bazookas, a mix of those, I think, could be a huge boon for Zarok. Otherwise, fuel caches. Just get some fuel caches, more fuel out, more armor out. I mean, the quicker he can sort of build up an armor out force there versus Jesulin at the moment would be good, because right now, I mean, he's going for a Puma and a command tank. If Zarok then hits him with sufficient amount of, say, EZ8, then they're going to struggle quite a bit there. So, I mean, right now for Zarok, building up a large tank force, maybe supported by a single Jax or something, that would be quite good there for him. And otherwise, keep the momentum, keep up the pressure, keep up the aggression, and sort of try to outflank and outmaneuver Jesulin's force and destroy them one by one. For Jesulin, of course, things are a lot more tricky, particularly after calling the command tank. That's going to delay any sort of tier 3 and any armor out of that tier 3, but he definitely needs to get that Spawner core up as soon as possible. And I'd probably then suggest him going for the Stewart, high range, high rate of fire, good penetration, would certainly help versus the EZ8s and the likes. Of course, I suppose he could go for the Panzer IV, I would say that he's less effective. Panzer gun leaders would be nice, but he's got so much infantry at the moment that might be a less wise idea. Too much to match, I think, at this point. So fuel caches for him as well would be some good choices. He could also consider maybe some more MG42 to sort of help some more of the exposed points. And just briefly forgot one sheet, but there you go. He's also got a bunch of munitions there. Mines would be really good for Jesulin. I mean, a few Teller mines, S mines, and the likes will make harassment harder and could allow him to maybe catch, say, the Stewart or the EC8 in a certain bad spot and then deal with it. Well, I think the Stewart's just going to blow up in contact with the Teller mine. So there you go. I think that rather sort of covers it. So let's head back to the fight together. Pack 40 got the Stewart there pulled back. Good hit there from the Pack 40. Good hit. They failed. Panzerwagen rolling out. Stewart rolling back. Jesulin enforcing, Puma repaired. Jesulin enforcing, healing, doing stuff. Jesulin though is a bit on the back foot now, though he's managed to sort of maintain a good force structure against Zarok. So I mean, it's not like he's out to sea. I mean, while he's losing territories, he's not bleeding out in the process. I mean, he suffered both huge territorial losses and huge manpower losses. Jesulin's situation would be a lot worse. But he's managed to keep his force reasonably intact. So, I mean, he's got good chance, I think, to have as a Zarok if he plays his cards correctly. Or maybe if Zarok makes some large mistakes. But there goes hit up as the command tank. Pack 40 notes. The active pulls back. He's clearly worried about any tank weapons, but there are none there. Finding out the fuel point, the car point. EC8 not supporting here, by the way. I mean, why go for an EC8 then if you're going to keep it a bit more passive about there? I do feel that's a bit of a potential waste there by Zarok. White Fuss was called down here around the Ostrom, Pack 40 back in the centre. Because of course he's actually going to take advantage of it, sort of do anything further with it, or what is it, IOA, some Wily Pete there. Nasty chemical compound, which, well, basically melts skin and burns out lungs. And if you don't get it directly on you, the fumes themselves are quite toxic. Very nasty stuff. Mostly used for illumination. Smoke rounds, I believe.
Our opponents are seizing a sector.
Right here, I do think, Zarok missed out on an opportunity. When he got the EC8, he goes back to the truth, but he could have pushed with his Pack 40, yet EC8 could have done it. And he's also not, he's increasingly used to Stewart much more passively, which also begs the question, why guard? And he's certainly only then sort of again further vindicating Jesulin's initiative choice in not, strength anymore than the Puma to deal with it, but there you go. Second, he's hitting on the way for Zarok. That should give him some more armor, some more pressure here versus Jesulin, who's yet to take up. He's yet to sort of go for the spawn core, even go for maybe tier 4 though. Tier 4 I think would be rather over the top. You got Pack 40 in the way, so it's going to come on to tank guns here against Zarok, and again the way Zarok is so far playing could, perhaps vindicate that further. We've got the Bazooka to try and help deal with the command tank, though the shots end up missing, bits of barrel fly all over the place. Sergeant Jenkins and his EZ8 surveys the battlefield. Puma rolls about in there, got quick engagement on the E-shape, right flank there. The E-shape with the right flank eastern side. Stewart there versus the Ostrom, finally putting a bit more action into it, but even then he just sort of feels a bit more cautious. Perhaps too cautious really. Puma there ready to respond to this lightly armoured threat. Rough engage with the Puma. Veterans who won, that should help a bit, And no wait, no, he didn't cancel it, I was just briefed about this, but there you go, he's got hanging about there. If he can put both these hits there to work against Jesulin, a good push, I think that would give Zarok their good chance of winning the game. Centre rather weak as well there. In fact, they're so precision their way. Good armoured assault from Zarok could probably do a lot of damage, perhaps even win him the game against Jesulin. But again, note here how he's using the EZ8. He's very much holding them back there. He's just not really keen on using them much at the moment, which is only giving Jesulin more time to do damage to him without having to worry about say 2 tanks moving and blasting away. I'm rather surprised on that. And again, note He's never supporting them with the Stewart either, despite, shell-shocking stuff. They're getting hit with E6, going to be a very potent combo for Zarok. There's under fire from the Stewart, Packhouse joining in. That was almost wiped there once more. The Stewart does not pursue them. We've got both E6 take up against the Ostrom, surviving and supporting. 50 gun machine gun trading away, and there you go. Both 76mm gun there. It's just open up in the Ostrom, but none of the shots really hit there. Then pulls back the E6 again. It's only been trying to push forward here, made a push, made a breakthrough, but the impetus behind Zarok seems to be lacking a bit here. But there we go, finally again. And then not. Pulls back once more. Perhaps Zarok is unsure how to sort of approach Jesulin at the moment. Jesulin still flowing resources, could go for the Spalmer Court. Oh, looks like he will finally. Only took him, 25 minutes? Which is usually about twice the time that most players can sort of get out on, but I'm guessing, of course, with the mobile defense, the command tank obviously delayed him quite severely, and again, he's not been too heavily punished, partly again thanks to just Zarok playing these EC8s so very, very cautiously and timidly. I mean, he's clearly, trying to figure out how to approach Jesulin, but at the same time, he's just missing out on so many opportunities. I mean, prudence is good, but you have to be careful with not becoming too overly cautious. They just begin to lose out the chance to do a lot of damage to the opponent. When the extends and the likes, there you go, quick smoke screen down there, trying to go with this command tank. No Pack 40 clean about to cover up there. EC8 moving in, veterans who won game, you got snipers out here. Snipers get away easily. Then it's also an advantage, you got the EC8s falling back here. Stewart not really supporting again. Still Zarok's maintaining good map control versus Jesulin at the moment. He can soon actually get himself a third EC8. Nothing here from Jesulin. It looks like he might actually be aiming for a Panzer IV there to support his command tank and Puma. Not so good versus the EC8, but he's still got, of course, double packs. I mean, that could work out, though it is a bit risky. Just be counting on those in particular when your opponent does have the ability to just call in white phosphorus strikes on them. So far, it does seem to be working out there. Puma command tank standing about there. Jesulin also being surprised a bit more with holding with his vehicle pool. On the other hand, he's not the one with the most tanks. They're sort of meant for more attacking. That is less surprising here. So much munitions for Zarok there. Really weapon racks. BARs, bazookas would be good. It would make it a lot harder for Jesulin to use his Puma and his command tank. there's always the risk of maybe encountering a few extra bazookas besides the EC8s and the Stewart. Okay, he's playing something. He's got a nice flash little manoeuvre here with the Stewart on the far right flank. EC8 ready to roll in as well. Could it be some kind of pincer manoeuvre outflanking? Snipers in a pretty exposed position. Stewart not pulling up. Stewart moving up, right moving in there, trying to catch the snipers. EC8's holding back. Oh, double pack 40's there. He's going to need the white phosphorus now. Or smoke screen. There you go, white phosphorus down. Don't leave the EC8 for that long against them. Too slow putting back and laying down a smoke screen. White phosphorus. EC8 down there. In that case, Zarok was too slow reacting here. Catches them, and so that does prevent them from actually shooting. But that was too late there. He could have probably saved that EC8 instead. He just blew up. Now he's getting, of course, another one. What would have been a third one instead he's just back to having two once it's out. And more pack out around the centre. Good fighting over the centre, western side there. Jesulin putting over here to sort of try and react. And again, we sort of seeing Jesulin always shifting about there. And it's best sort of, the template stalling up Zarok's assault there. And with that EC8 destruction, it's only paid off a bit. A plucky band of us coming in trying to do the wipe. There you go, almost got them wiped actually. Maybe they could just get some cut. Oh, nope, they actually got the kill impressively now. But there you go, Raffen punching back the grenadiers there. Looks like they're not aiming for total annihilation move there. He's still moving up here, not the EC8. The EC8 seems to sort of just. Oh, there we go, fine, I'm moving that again. Hard to tell with Zarok at the moment. There you go, double snipers, command tank versus rifleman. Pretty bad situation there for them. Zarok needs to pull them back, get out of there. No support there from the tanks, we're just holding back here. As always. Pack 40's by the back at the bases. I mean, really, he would have thought to have been much more aggressive with his armor. And again, he knew he hit the Pack 40's with the smoke, so why Zarok just didn't, try and push in harder is a bit of a surprise there. Pioneers versus Rifleman, veteran 3 gained. Again, 3 tanks, 1 light, 2 medium. And what does he do with them? Not an awful lot. No attempt into Sereno, heavily bleeding Jesulin at the moment, who's getting himself out the first sort of regular Panther 4. Captain getting one of the EC, going for the victory point once more. Victory point lead. CERN in the favour of Zarok and just needs to do something about that before it's too late. Command tank gets his rifleman, going up there with its short barreled gun. Rather than taking heavier losses from the sniper, supporting the command tank than the actual command tank. Bit depressing, I imagine, for the crew. Poor Rolf, they can't hit anything. Wolf. There you go. Panther 4 regular moving up there.
Enemy has broken our supply lines.
Machine gun on the way as well for a bit of extra protection. And Jesulin sort of really being to strike back against Zarok, who's sending fights over a bit more precarious situation now with Jesulin levelling up the numbers here, plus all the anti-tank guns, where Zarok's actually got none. He's been himself relying largely on bazookas and his own armour. So there's certainly some interesting decision there from both players at the moment and throughout the match. Snipers there just thinning out the rifle squad again, almost got a wipe. EC8 moving in. Pummeling grenadiers there with 50 cal machine gun fire. Catch up fire, there you go. Panther fast off, damage, engine. Germans not responding to it very aggressively though. There was a chance I think Jesulin sort of rush in and knock it out, but he's not in to finish the job. There we got pack out to Stewart once more doing absolutely nothing. It's really surprising how passive it ends up being with that Stewart. There you go. Panther 4 and Puma striking at it. Got to target point. No, looks like there's nothing necessary. There you go. Puma VT2 almost knocked out. But the Puma blows down the smoke screen and gets the devil out of there. Good work there for Jesulin. Now it's that Stewart. Completely wrecked. Left burning by the church. Repairing that EC8. Panther 4 sending up there and engaging the pack howitzer, which has once more been left a bit on his own. EC8 moving up, they are the ones still being repaired. Good support, shots bounding off there, the sloped frontal armour. There you go, Panther 4 on the other hand does not bounce. There you go. Second volley hits. In fact, there we go, taking a lot more hits there on that EC8. And now we got Pack 4 ready to support here as well in the centre. Right flank lost to Jesulin, west flank lost to Jesulin. SAG, in fact, has overall lost a lot of territory here. And again, it's surprising, he's not really been trying to counterattack much with his tanks. I mean, really, they have done surprisingly little to his opponent.
Ready for orders.
Getting a Jackson now, a tank, so that it's 90mm gun, and that might be able to push
Increase your efforts.
a bit harder there against Jesulin. It's going to make it harder for the armour to sort of survive.
Our opponents are seizing a sector.
Snipers, they're bleeding away. Veteran 2, Veteran 3, they really paid off here for Jesulin. White Phosphorus barrage again. He's hitting in, maybe trying to catch those snipers. Getting off some hits. There they go. Pack 40 in the way. White Phosphorus coming in the centre. Just really wants those snipers, really. But there you go. Taking hits up for the Pack 40. White Phosphorus coming up here, forcing armoured vehicles to pull back. Zarok here, actually, you know, he should have been making a more focused attack, just sort of try and recapture one side of the map. Instead, what he does is he actually sort of thins out his troops, ensuring there's not really much weight behind the attack. It's a very weak push, if you will. And that only makes it easier for Jesulin to sort of push it back. I mean, there's no real info support there for the EC8s that maybe couldn't even taking up the Pack 4. There you go, another EC here lost. Command tank moving up there. Finally got the Jackson tank destroyer here, the M36. Zarok is in a pretty precarious situation against Jesulin at the moment. Pretty precarious.
Enemy forces are
I mean,
securing
Jesulin's now got the
our
large armour
territory.
force, the larger force overall. He's in fact more or less at full pop cap, where Zarok has only got 62. I mean, it's not like, you know, he's completely small and tiny, but there's a notable difference between the two.
Contact! Contact! The enemy is taking our territory.
Ostrom holding up there. Rather than getting sniped here by the double sniper team. They need to retreat. Oh no, they're not going to in time. Oh, yeah, wiped. Too slow there to react by Zarok. Another unit annihilated here by the Krauts.
The enemy down to 200 points.
As the 2nd Panzer Division really gets into gear now.
Our opponents are seizing a sector.
He's hit there versus the Panther 4 command tank. Puma takes it there from the Jackson. Panther 4 getting some hits to the Jackson. Sort of really striking back there against Jesulin at the moment.
We are losing a sector.
Same time, gunners are flanking. Gaining the pack out. So well done getting behind him. We got a White Phosphorus barrage trying to halt the gunners. But they can easily, I think, leave the area of the barrage before, you know, it pulled down. There we go. Cap's about to get wiped out. Things are getting really up here for a second. Nice lift to the flank there by Jesulin's Grenadiers. We've got these hit nearby. Armour should fill up here where the tanks were the vehicles. Nowhere to be seen. Grenadiers actually left a bit of a bad position against these. There you go. Jesulin takes full responsibility. Pulls back his men to ensure they do not get annihilated in the process. That was well done there by Jesulin. Well done. That the forces Zarok there to call off his attack, which is already stalling out, not really going anywhere. Zarok's forces keep at this point just crumbling. Panther there against Jackson. Doing what he can against the Ostrom. Jackson joining in for the hell of it. Rather than they're about to die in the church, which has seen much better days there. In fact, only poor Private Roberts makes it out there. Almost got one Pack 40, but the other standing. Watching down there for Zarok, and it's almost get wiped out. Needs to be careful. Jesulin needs to be careful. There we go, evacuating the ever diminishing remains of the church here has definitely seen much better days. Puma almost let into free. Pretty quick there for Jesulin. And the anti-tank gun. They're finally getting an anti-tank gun. I'm rather surprised at that. He only gets it now. That's Zarok. So I'll just speed this up a bit. This is starting to rather look like GG. And almost looks like save there's giving. Oh, there's got one more pushing him. Pulling here with the anti-tank and the Jackson. Handful taking heavy hits. Snipers ready to hold up. Rather than support. Now he's actually sort of more focusing the assault. They're straight into the centre. Right into the lion's den. Then instead of trying to hit one of the sides, then whatever you understand, maybe sort of getting Jesulin to attack it, and then instead he just attacks right into it. Jesulin's the strongest. Not really the best, final option. He maybe just saying wants to go down in the blaze of glory, sacrificing his man in the process to maintain some kind of honour, but it's just wasteful, really. I mean, already he's been attacking into this area already so many times. Jesulin prepared for it. He'd better off he just tried to push up the east and then sort of prepare for a counter-attack.
Victory is in our grasp. The enemy has 25 points remaining.
Mention 2 for these here, that's lovely. But here we go, let's just speed up these fun few moments. And there goes Zarok surrenders. Game over here, brutal fight between the two players. But in the end, the problem was for Zarok. Whenever push came to shove, Zarok just, dithered. He never went in there. When there was a squad he could maybe, get a wipe on, he never pursued, he never went for it. I mean, particularly that first gun squad that just got away with that was, I think, really a bit symptomatic of Zarok's play throughout the match. I mean, Jesulin just kept overextending, he kept pushing, he was very aggressive, and he never sort of really got heavily punished by Zarok. Zarok just sort of let him get off with a light slap on the wrist half the time. There was no sort of, bleeding blows to Jesulin, sort of Jesulin reeling. He was just allowed to sort of slowly build up while Zarok and then took those punishing blows from Jesulin in return. So I mean, really, I think was one of the major issues for Zarok. He was just not aggressive enough. He never really went in for the kill, and he never sort of tried to flank either enough, I think, half of the time, or just followed up. There were several times he wanted calling the white phosphorus, he could then follow up with an attack, but it never quite came there. And then when he'd later game it push, it was just sort of more scattered out there, lacking any sort of real strength, allowing them to sort of just peter out against sort of Jesulin's not exactly very strong defences either, but simply, of course, they lacked any focus. They were also very easy to repel. That combined with, I think, a much more standard American play, just involved, a lot of flamethrowers. There were no surprises there. I mean, Jesulin was prepared for surprises, like, say, heavy cavalry, but it never quite materialised. Of course, in that case, Jesulin sort of probably, sewn in to deal with what he's dealt with so many times before, which is just rifled company. So in that sense, Zarok was probably also punished for going for the usual meta game for the Americans, but again, in a not very aggressive manner. When you do play for the Americans, I mean, you've got to have some aggression, you've got to have some push, and, it just lacked from Zarok. So I think that ultimately is what killed him during this match, whereas Jesulin sort of resolutely held the line several times, just bled him out. He knew what to do. He knew what to do. So there you go. I mean, keep in mind, remember to be aggressive, remember to push, and don't be afraid of using this to support your other tanks. I mean, that stun round can do you quite a bit of good there. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed this match. I hope you learned something from it. If you did, want to subscribe, tell a friend, share it with everyone. If not, send in a replay and provide some feedback in the comments. If you do send a replay, do provide me a spot where you are on the rankings, and some detail as to length and so on. So thank you all, and hope to see you all another time. This is Imperial Instinct. Cheers, and thank you all for watching. Bye.